Alright, let's go ahead and get story time off screen. There we go. There we go. We got our water sitting right there. We got our Huggy Bear to hold on to for when things get scary or when I laugh and then it hurts because I'm still recovering from surgery. We have the controller so I can sit back and easily click. Watanagashi. Your dinner was my nipa. That sounds kinky. You're the one that said it. Those are the words that came out of your mouth, not mine. Alright, he's ready to Watanagashi. Are we ready? I think we're ready. Y'all have waited long enough. It's been a week. We gotta get things started. Back to Hinamizawa. Let us go! This is Watanagashi, The Most Possibilities. This is the cotton drifting chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or a conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprise attack, but a real, direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. So we're doing things a little different this time. We have voiceovers on. And I will only be reading the narration. So that'll be a little more fun, I think. Plus, this is a series that has always had an incredible voice cast. And I don't do it justice just reading it. This is one of my favorite assembled ensemble casts of anything ever because they have such range. And it's going to be incredible. Yeah, these games always... Like, even through Onikakushi, these things are... They talk about a difficulty level. And I think that that's just, like, toward figuring out the mystery of the incident. This is in every single one. Every single Higurashi game has a difficulty thing that tells you about it. It's also a funny joke. Yes, because these are literally just kinetic visual novels where there are no choices. All right, off we go. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and could not accept that. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. What does that mean? Oh my god. Fucking Jetstorm. This is a work of fiction. Nippon! This is AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Showa era. There you go. I hate you, Tom. Just so you know. I hate you. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Damn birds. It's the best thing now. Oh my god. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on Sunday and sleep through the morning on a Sunday? Yeah, or sleep late on a Saturday and then get up late on a Sunday. Why was I waking up at a disgustingly wholesome hour? Disgustingly wholesome. You were disgustingly wholesome. Yeah, like it's literally like a treat for the entire chat. Communism. When was I waking up at such a disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep. Back to sleep. Disgustingly wholesome. There's literally all of Jetstorm 4's artwork. Right? Is that what we call it? Disgustingly wholesome? Are you awake? Yeah. At the moment, the sound of my mother calling from downstairs finally registered. Phone call. I sprang up from bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other end of the line. Aww. Oh, I forgot how cute her little laugh was. Oh my god. I completely forgotten. Rena is wholesome.
レナか。こんな朝っぱらから何の用だよ。
朝っぱらってことはないと思うな。もうお昼だよ。
It was 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock on a Sunday. Like, this is like prime waking up time on a Sunday. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the day.
なんか用か。
ちょっと待ってね。今みーちゃんに変わるよ。Good morning, ケイちゃん。
That's adorable.
日本語で言うならおはようケイちゃんってとこかな。
Oh, that's cute. They actually did that in backwards. They did that backwards. Because she said good morning Kei-chan first and then Ohio, and so they they reversed it for the translation. That's actually kind of cute.
ついでに中国語とドイツ語とロシア語でも言ってみろ。
Chinese, German, and Russian as well.
ニーハオケイちゃん。グーテンモルゲンケイちゃん。ロシア語？ダズビダーニャ。いるわけないでしょ？
Nice. Nice.
まあいいや。バカな話してたら目が覚めた。
Is everything sounding all right on everybody's end, by the way? Like voices, music, myself, are we all in good sync here? The 6969 option is not the best.
そりゃ結構なことで。
The anime voices are a bit low. Well, they are coming through a phone, so I'll wait until we're talking more directly as well. You don't understand Japanese? It's understandable.
でさ、ケイちゃん今日暇？ケイちゃんが大丈夫なら全員揃うんだけどな。
Yeah, we're on the phone, so that might be it. Everybody? Did she mean all the club members? That's right.
まあ、普段の激戦を思えば休日くらいのどかになんて思ってるかもしれないけど。
But yeah, like I want the day to end peacefully, preferably with as few penalties as possible.
やばいよケイちゃん。
へいへい。あらゆる環境に対応して最善手を模索するのが我が部の趣旨だもんな。つまり休日だろうとお構いなしってわけだ。
おお、ケイちゃんも我が部のことが分かってきたね。でさ、これさ。
I had absolutely nothing planned that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass time would I
別
have?
に予定なんかねえし。嫌だって言ったら不先輩扱いでどんな罰ゲームを課せられるやら。
He's already caught on.
そこまで分かってるなら断れないよね。もし OK ならいつもの待ち合わせ場所に1時集合。町へ行くから自転車で来てね。
Club activities in town. Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this was going to be. There was no way this was going to be intense.
かなり根に持ってるからね。
Oh no, she's holding a grudge. She's holding a grudge. The audio is in stereo. My headphones are broken, so I'm primarily listening through the left one, but it's coming through the right one too when I press it to my ear. Interesting.
今日ははっきり言って負けないよ。
She's got a grudge now. We're in trouble. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. The uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only one chip. Mion came in second. Damn it! To think, if I hadn't squandered that one chip. Mion lamented thus, perhaps more so than the fact she lost the match. Mion doesn't lose. That's why Mion only whined, is when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So did she mean for today to be a grudge match? Grudge matches is bad.
おととい同様、一気に畳んで罰ゲームさせてやるぜ。せいぜい自分がやらされても辛くない内容にしとくんだな。
She's so discouraged. She's bummed. Just real bummed.
そうこなくちゃ。続 虫がいがないもんね。
After that, we exchanged our jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs hastily to get the key to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down. Mom, I'm gonna go hang out with 4 girls and 1 trash child. Well, okay, 3 girls and 1 trash child.
そんなとこ俺みんなと街に遊びに行ってくるから。
行ってらっしゃい。車に気をつけるのよ。夕飯までには帰ってくるのよ。
へいへい、ちゃんと帰ってくるって。
You're ruined on Texas Hold'em matches now. You're expecting someone to yell, oh, here comes the river. 2 girls and 2 trash children. Rika's okay. Rika's not a trash child. After unlocking the chain from my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go. I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air. Oh my god, she's so cute.
ああ、待たせたな。あれ、貞子とリカちゃんは？
A demon, an angel, a trash child, and Rika. Yeah, where are the children? Where is the trash child and the good child?
あの2人はここで待ち合わせるより直接街で合流した方が早いよ。
Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika-chan's houses were on the other side, past the
そうそ
school.
う。街で部活ってどういうことだよ。まさかみんなで覆面をして日が暮れるまでにいくつ銀行が襲えるかっていうのじゃねえだろうな。
Yeah, this is the club activity we have planned. We are just gonna go rob a fucking bank.
別にそれでもいいけど。
Yes! She's on board!
それでも私は負けないけどね。
God damn, it's not a competition. We're here to just... we gotta get the loot and run!
みーちゃんってね、なぜか現金輸送車の順路とか時間とかをいつもレナに教えてくれるんだよ。
Are you trying to corrupt poor innocent Brenna Mion? Oh my Jesus!
なんでだろうね。なんでだろうね。
Oh no! Oh no! They already got plans! What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing
マジか
that.
よ、ミオン。
レーナーまだ何言ってんの。
Oh my god.
みーちゃんごめんね。みーちゃんごめんね。
Oh my god, she's even more adorable now! The 2 of them joked around. That bright laughter was the best match for a beautiful day
おい
like
二人
today.
とも貞子とリカちゃんが先に待ってるんだろ。じゃれてないで早く行こうぜ。
Around and around, fooling around like 2 fluttering butterflies, I earnestly wished I could just keep watching them like this. But the 5 of us together would be absolutely more fun.
そ
Aww.
うだね。じゃあ行こっか。
目標は10億強奪。
$1 billion.
山分けしたらみんなで高飛びだぜ。
$1 billion yen, that's like $15. That's a lot. That is a lot for a child. The 3 of us on our bikes headed over the gently sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded to Okinomiya Station came into sight. I occasionally come to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it was quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around station or Okinomiya itself, for that matter. The street we were headed down today was, of course, unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the
こっち
station.
側は来るの初めてだな。
Yeah, don't pull your gun. She literally fucking has a gun in the original sprites.
こっちにはね、ゲームセンターとかおもちゃ屋さんとかがいろいろあるの。みーちゃんが詳しいよ。
ゲーセンもあるのか。俺前は結構通ってたからな。ゲーマーの血がうずくぜ。
His gamer blood roils. Who else's gamer blood just fucking roils within them?
ゲーセン通いなんてケイちゃん不良だね。今度来た時に案内してあげるよ。結構台数を揃えたいい店があるから。
It seemed like the town of Okinomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. I asked her if she could tell me a lot. I asked her she could tell me if I asked her she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like an everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves.
どうしてあの店で今日何かイベントでもあるのか？
その通り。
Burning grip. There's a lot of people in this chat that know a lot about having a burning grip, I bet. This club activity, I'm trying to think of what one it could be. 50,000 yen! It's like $3.23!
5万円？なんだよそれ。ケイチ王国の5年分の GNP に匹敵するぞ。
Jesus Christ, Keiichi, calm down. Two cute figures messing about the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands. Well, well, well. We meet again. We meet again, do we, garbage child? I knew we would be here once more, and it seems I could never escape your terrifying gaze. She does sound like a trash child. Absolutely!
お待ちしてましたよ。おはようございますなのです。
おはようリカちゃん。
No, we don't loot no lollies. Not on my watch. No, no,
警
thank
察が
you.
来る前にケリをつけるぞ。
No, let's keep that out of my chat, please. That's kind of not where I want to go.
目標は10億強奪だ。
ケイイチさんの話がわかりませんわ。遅くなったかな。リカちゃんたちは今来たの？今日は早く終わったのでだいぶ待ってましたですよ。
It's fine, it's fine. You didn't know, but yeah, like I keep that stuff away from my chat, so yeah, it's no biggie. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. Nothing anybody's upset about or anything.
こっちはケイちゃんがなかなか来なくてさ。
Keiichi was being a lazy ass on a Sunday
ケ
morning.
イイチでは仕方ありませんですよ。
Damn. Even Rika is just laying it on now. Saying that, Rika then stretched up and began patting Mion's head. Hey, wait a minute. Are you solving everything by making me the bad guy?
もちろん。
Yeah, the OG sprites don't have lip flaps. It's just the PS2, PS3 graphics.
ケイイチさんでなくては務まらない大役でしたよ。
Oh my god, she grits her teeth! No, this is all part of the same mod. It's just I didn't have them enabled last time. Like if the voices aren't enabled, the lip flaps don't work.
実に嫌な大役だな。こんなので丸く収まると思ったら大間違いだぞ。
Yes, she oh ho ho ho's. She's literally the worst. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head. Yes!
ケイイチさんがぶったケイイチにいじめられてかわいそうかわいそうですよ。
God damn, he's just getting dumpstered so hard.
さとこちゃん泣いてる泣いてる。お持ち帰り。悪い人はレナお姉ちゃんがやっつけてあげるからね。
Oh no. No, 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 no. Oh! We done. We're out. That's it. Game over. That is the end of Watanagashi. Rena has ended this very quickly. Rena ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face while Rika-chan gently patted mine as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine.
やっぱりこれが正しい丸い収め方だよな。
前歯が欠ける前に新しいオチを探した方がいいと思うけどね。
She's concerned now. She's concerned now. Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. I have fewer bruises than yesterday's greeting. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently, they all knew Mion, and finding that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers, a few at a time.
みーちゃんはこのおもちゃ屋さんの常連なの。だから友達もすっごく多いの。
おもちゃ屋の常連って何なんだ？
ほらケイチさん、奥をご覧なさいませ。
Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look. There were chairs lined up at tables, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately.
まさかこれって部活の会場なのか？
驚いたかい、ケイちゃん。私この店のおじさんと仲良しでね。たまに客寄せイベントってことでゲーム大会を開かせてもらってるんだよ。
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Yep. There's a gun on the wall. That's where she got it. Expand his customer base. I see. Meaning all the boys livening up the place were participants?
そうなの。いつもは5人だけど、今日はもっともっと大勢での部活なんだよ。
Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern.
ケイチさんの考えてること、手に取るように分かりましたよ。
ほう。じゃあ試しに行ってみようか。言うぞ。せーの。
These are all enemies! Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. Well, as much harmony as you can get out of Satoko's voice. We looked over at the participants. After all, the top prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame.
ね、ケイちゃん。今日は楽しめそうでしょ。
まあな、ライバルが何人増えようが狙うものに変わりはないさ。
ライバル？はあ、ケイちゃん、クジラが水を飲むとき、今飲んだ水の中に何匹シラスが混じっていたか。
Oh, wow.
いちいち数えてると思う？
Wow! She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing at an aggressive glint in her eyes. Reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get
本
today.
気なのは私だけじゃないよ。ほら、リカちゃんを見てごらんよ。
Yeah, like there's actually people in here that aren't familiar with the story beats, so it's like actually pretty cool that there are people kind of experiencing this for the first time. Mion pointed, looking at where her finger directed me.
なんだありゃ。
Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost expressive pleasantness.
僕も頑張るのですよ。ファイト、オーなのです。ファイト、オー。
Completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit.
今日は楽しくなりそうだね。頑張るよ。はうわ。
It seemed that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. We're done. We can't win. We can't pack it up. Just fucking pack it in. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when the tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that she was in a state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual for her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising like a chill.
ミオンめ、恥も外聞も捨てるくらいに本気だな。
Oh my god, he's so serious.
ケイチさん知らないんですの？賞金の5万円、ミオンさんの自腹でしたよ。
Oh damn. What? She was putting out 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear.
ん？何？ケイちゃん。私の顔に
Oh!
何かついてる？
Oh. Oh my god. Holy shit. That just works so much better with voiceover. Oh my god. A shiver crept up my spine. That, Mion, concerning herself like that. She was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me. Damn it, my knees were shaking like crazy. Before I realized that the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win.
最高の舞台じゃねえか。面白くなってきやがったぜ。
ケイチくん、頑張ろうね。
Oh.
頑張ろうね。
She's ready, y'all. Rena was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible. Damn, she's got an entire fan club behind her already.
はい。頑張りますですよ。
Rika-chan, who was exuding way too much charm no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side, nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika-chan's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it.
もちろん一番戦いたくないのはミオンさんですけどね。
何度か部活で奴と視線をくぐったが、今日ほどヤバいと思う日はないぜ。
ミオンさん、一昨日のポーカーで負けたの相当根に持ってるみたいでしたよ。
Yeah, we're done. We're dead. She's literally gonna throw us into the wood
らし
chipper.
いな。つまり今日はミオンの復讐のための特設部隊ってわけだ。
Oh god, I hate you, John. Nipa! There you go, you asshole. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message, you guys just figured that out now? It wasn't just Mion, but Rena and Rika-chan were more pumped up than they had ever been. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties.
私とケイチさんがなんとなく置いてきぼりですわね。
Wait, are we putting me on team Trash Child now? Is that what's happening?
いかがでございましょう。なんでしたらスマートに初戦をお手合わせ願えませんかしら。
そうしよっか。俺もエンジンがかかるまで鳴らしよし。
My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, and like a pillar of ice was being rammed into it. Began to freeze. I could see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it were a plastic mask.
そんなに俺を初戦で消したいかよ。殺気が隠せてないぜ。
あら残念ですわね。ケイチさんにしてはなかなか慎重でしたよ。
Thank you for the bits, Taylor. But Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you for the 1,500 bits. Holy shit. Wow. That is a ridiculous amount of support. Thank you very much. And I got one for Poncho here. Give me a second. God damn. Nipa! There you go. And you get that followed up with an oh ho ho laugh. It's even better. Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeve, but if I fought Satoko during the opening round, my loss would be more certain if I went against Mion. A pitch black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win 50,000 yen? Come on, dude, it's 50,000 yen. You think that ain't gonna draw out the crazies? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as a way to fool around with on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, where it was, or who our opponents were. In our club, the goal is always to be the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedentedly large club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told me in a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin. Mion began with the formalities, sending in for the owner, and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There's no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have 1 winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next in order to compete in the final.
各択の競技方法なんだけど、これは各択で好きに決めていいよ。このお店にあるゲームなら何を使っても OK。
Already in club mode, DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed.
質問いいか。みんな自分の得意ゲームを主張して決まらないんじゃねえのか。
そうだね。決まらないと始められないね。
The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who could simply cede to their opponent's suggestion.
紳士的に決めてほしいけど、そういう時は店のマスターが決めるってのでいい？
It was an event at a toy store, after all. You'd expect the owner to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost. Oh, damn! They had to buy the game they lose at a rather nice proposition for the store. First, we used a straw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined single file and began to draw tickets the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush them. Just like that good Megadeth song from that good Megadeth album that everybody loves from 1999 called Cryptic Writings that is a pile of fucking trash. At that moment, Mion began to laugh as a hawkish gleam in her eye.
当然わかってると思うけど、部活メンバーには一般参加者とは別に罰ゲームがつくからね。
Damn, club members will have to participate in a penalty game than the casual participants. Yep, no getting off the hook. Oh god. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
そんなことだろうと思ったぜ。内容はなんだ？
勝者が敗者一人一人に1個命令。
Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she really planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached on her? This dude's got a fetish. Crushing was on Risk. Okay, that album was bad too. Like, I really can't tell Cryptic Writings from Risk because they're both really fucking garbage albums. This isn't devious. This is a boy putting his fetishes out there for everyone to know. The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time it wasn't going to be the person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game.
敗者一人一人に命令。 つまりビリでなくても罰ゲームってことだな。
Yep, even if you lose. Yeah, even if you don't. Yeah, oh wow, that's crazy. That's really mean.
そういうか
勝者がない場合は
What about if there's no
部活メンバー
winner?
が全員途中で脱落したらお流れか。
ケイちゃん脳みそは元気？
何？
The look in Neon's eyes became that of a lion baring its fangs.
我が部の再生映画どう間違ったらこんなひよこども相手に負けるっての？
Damn.
ケイちゃん初戦で消えて私に恥かかさないでよ。
Uh-oh. I think she's serious. I think she's really serious. Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into my opponent, the more into my opponent was, the stronger I would
見て
become.
ろ。ただミオンにいじめられてたわけじゃないってことを見せてやるぜ。
会おうね決勝で。
Oh, damn. She's making a promise now. The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divvied up amongst the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was random? The thought that I was already caught in Neon's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now, where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the table corresponding to the number on their ticket. The competition at my table was these two, huh? They look younger than me. Huh.
お前ら学校のクラスメイトだよな。
あ、どうも富田です。彼は岡村です。
Okamura-kun greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from the school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky! Time to destroy them without mercy.
それぞれに対戦ゲームを決めて始めてちょうだい。
With Mion's declaration, the inside of the store suddenly became more lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they started. Even my 2 classmates, who seemed taciturn at first, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at.
どれも知らないゲームなんだ。もっと知名度の高いやつにしてくれ。
Of course, they didn't agree with the games I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, this table couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. That was the most worthless sounding board game I've ever heard of. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy the game. The damn shop owner is using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't
それな
sell?
ら俺も知ってるよ。2人も知ってるよな。ルーレットを回してゴールを目指す。最後に生産して一番お金を持ってるやつが勝ちだ。
Knife game time. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit.
1、2、3、4、出産祝いをもらう。全員から5000ドルもらう。悪いね。
Okay, I've built a big lead.
1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8と。ボーナス。銀行から10万ドルもらう。
Dang, that's bad already. That's bad. That's bad. The tables were turned in an instant.
1、2、3。出世コースに進む。
That's a good route. The corporate ladder is the good route. It seemed like my only piece was landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Mion didn't bring out a board games for club activities, but the reason was laid bare before my eyes. That's right. I had only realized it now. This game was completely based on luck. What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place by the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided at a place beyond human hands. How are the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Mion's table was what? They weren't doing anything. Had they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Mion was lounging about, leisurely holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be. She'd already finished? What game was it? That easily? I was probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and our two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there, slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out where they went wrong. For that, they'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Mion? Then what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Oh shit, she blew up the store. At the same instant the shop owner began sounding out the words, the card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth! Impossible, where'd it go? It was against Rena's cheek. She was rubbing it there. Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Karuta, which was a rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with slightly large chest painting in half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. With those types of pictures, even I could play with godlike speed. Of all people to play that game, it had to be Rena. Yeah, it's Hanafuda, I think. It's a game about finishing poetry? It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
決まったね
Mion smiled coolly, seeing no further reason to keep watching. She turned back. After that, the second card started being read out. Bam! Bam! Such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was just playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. She's playing Monopoly and she's the garbage pail. That's the only reason she's winning. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the number of cards to memorize decreases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner. The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorized the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at that point. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards, however her turn came a little too late. If her opponent followed up, the match would be decided. This guy, he did have the locations of the remaining cards memorized. He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was a commotion at Satoko's table as the shout rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. It must have been I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured of his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over.
あら、ケイキさんの勝負はまだつきませんの？センスないですわね。
Shut up, you garbage infant. With a refined tone of voice reserved only for winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she eked out a victory. But from my point of view, however, she was only playing around. The rules of the winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponents didn't know her role had already been assigned.
ハートのエースなんておしゃれな罠をかけやがって。
相手を仕留める罠はほんのちょっぴり。それも一個で十分ですよ。
Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off only one trap was more than enough. Ain't that cool? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Right now, how is Rika-chan doing? How is our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck is that? Over in the corner, the mood at that table was decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika-chan's table was, you know, that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish opened and closed its mouths as they rotated around the platform and you used magnetic fishing rod to pick them up? That old thing? It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive.
わあ、釣れましたですよ。うまいうまい。リカちゃんうまいよ。おっとっと、また釣られちゃったよ。リカちゃんはうまいな。
I knew that Rika-chan had already charmed her opponents along with the onlookers before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. The corner had become an informal meeting of Rika Furude fan club.
リカちゃんの圧勝だよ。圧勝だよ。リカちゃん、お魚釣りうまいんだね。
リカちゃんが釣ってるのは多分魚じゃないと思うな。
Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
リカにしかできないリカだから許される大技ですわね。
A masterful technique. A truly terrifying technique. The truly terrifying technique known as moe.
ああ、すまんすまん。俺の番か。1、2、脱税の追徴。
Fine for tax evasion. God damn it.
5万ドル支払う。
Pay $50,000. Some bitch. In contrast, my game, what an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
あれ、ケイチ君、ひょっとして苦戦かな？苦戦かな？岡村、あなた今いくらぐらい持ってますですか？
Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills.
98万ちょいくらいかな。
富田はどれくらいお金持ちですか？
僕は88万ドル。まだまだ逆転できる位置だね。
Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million.
で、ケイちゃんはいくら持ってんの？
Oh, she is not stoked about our situation in this at all. Neon's tone of voice was grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as a club president.
仕方ねえだろ。このゲーム、ルーレット回す以外に何も作戦がないんだぜ。イカ様があるとしたらなんだよ。二人に目をつぶって100数えてもらって、その隙にルーレットに細工でもするのか？そんなのできるわけねえだろ。
Rika-chan gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy.
プー様ですわね。
God damn.
一度は好敵手と
I got Trash Child fucking suplexing me through a table over here. mentally now. Thanks.
幻滅でしたよ。投げちゃダメだよ、ケイイチ君。
Yeah, I knew Rena was the good one. I knew Rena was the good one.
何か逆転があるはずだよ。頑張ろう。最後まで頑張ろう。
Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with the game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? Mion's face, however, was almost unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Oh, damn. It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself.
失望したよ。
Oh, damn.
みんな本気なのにケイちゃんだけは本気になってくれなかったね。
God damn!
本気ってなんだよ。気合でルーレットの目をコントロールしろってのかよ。そんなのできるかよ。
本気のケイちゃんならそのゲームでも開始10秒で蹴りをつけてたね。
I think this bitch got a little bit of unrealistic expectations for us right now. Perhaps.
みーちゃん、そんなに怒ることないよ。待ってよ。
Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. God damn! Damn it, are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious. Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious?
ゲーム進めます？
The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence.
前原君は投了でいいかな。
Oh, damn. The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! And then he blew up the shop, too. I clasped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer.
岡村君、
Oh, damn.
取引しよ
Oh, we making a deal.
う。俺を勝たせろ。
Let me win, or I'll beat your fucking heads in with a ball bat. How about that? How about that? You don't think I have the ability to beat somebody's head in with a ball bat? Let us press rewind. Let me show you something. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused.
前原さん、暴力はなしですよ。ちゃんとゲームで勝敗を。
The real technique threats.
話は最後まで聞け。お前らの望みは何だ。優勝して5万円か。
そりゃそうですよ。5万なんて大金。二度とないチャンスですよ。
仮に優勝したとして、お前らその5万で何をする？どんな楽しみ方をする？
The two of them considered it briefly.
新しいゲーム買うとか、お菓子とか、ジュースとか。
小せえ小せえ。バカかお前ら。
Oh, damn.
じゃあ前原さんが勝ったらどんな楽しみ方があるって言うんですか？
俺か？そこが本題だ。今から言うことを黙って聞け。
Yes! That's the word I was searching for. Dirtbag. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a single command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members
まず
around.
富田君、君は里子萌えだよな。
Oh no!
否定すんな。そして岡村君、君は理科萌えだな。
Oh, this boy's oh, he's playing the dirty deep game now. He's going in.
赤くなるな。
I drew the two of them red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard whatever I said even closer. Oh my god, we're doing this. Oh my... Keiichi, you fucking dirtball. He's just a teenage dirtbag, baby. The sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my shit, he fucking died! Oh wow, just maximum dirtbag mode! Shit! That's one way to fucking win a game. Literally just kill them with horniness. Blood erupting from the vein in Okamura's forehead. Oh my god, he's so good. He's so fucking good. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. He could literally be a cult leader. Oh my god. It was at that moment that the values of men bridged generations. Did I ever have a mentor who ever spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time was being experienced right this moment for these two. Oh my sweet Christ.
じゃあいいな。行くぞ。せーの。ゲーム終了。
It was such an assertive declaration of the game's ending that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit and all the spectators were certain of my loss. Nothing happened, Satoko, I promise. Nothing at all.
俺の完全勝利だ。
なんですって？あの状況どうやってひっくり返しましたの？
家庭なんか必要ないよな。男と男の決着だよな。ああ、みんな。
The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during these 3 minutes? The spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage. You girls like leashes, right? I got collars and I got kitty ears. The spectators were puzzled as to how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, he was able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something. That's a miracle. What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange trick up his sleeve. I looked over at the crowd who couldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, and now fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. Damn. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in the most unsightly fashion.
これで部活メンバーが全員1回戦突破ですわね。ということは今度はみんなで対決だね。対決だね。僕はもう賞金で買うものを決めていますです。もちろんですわ。ねえ。
Satoko and Rena smiled, sneered at each other. Do they really think they can win against Keiichi Maebara when he gets serious?
ミオン、失敗だったな。お前はさっき俺に助言すべきじゃなかったぜ。
ひよこが私に勝つなんて100万光年早いって。
God. God.
ミオン、光年は距離の単位だぞ。
Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
どうするのみーちゃん。5人でどう戦うのかな。
さーてこれだけ豪華な面々が揃ったんだからね。今日という日を急ぐのが惜しいよ。
みーの言ってる意味が難しいです。
まさかてめえ。
Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape, as she turned her back to the table.
今日の勝負を部長園崎美音が預からせてもらうよ。勝負方法と日時は未定。
Oh, what?
ギャラリーは多い方がいいね。南沢も沖宮も全ての人間の目の前で。これ以上ないくらい徹底的な決着をつけてあげるよ。
逃げる気ですの。
This bitch run away! This bitch
い
run
く
away!
らみおさんでも卑怯ですことよ。
ひよこが生かされたことにまだ気づかんか。
The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satoko's advance.
また会いましょう。せいぜい首でも洗っとくことね。
With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members did great too. The new guy, Maebara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Oh shit. We may have made a mistake.
おう、ミオンなんざ逆さにして三途の川に叩き込んでやるぜ。
Fuck yeah, there you go. That's the The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the conversation between Tomita-kun and Okamura-kun and myself erupted into a cheer again. Mion's gonna win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's gonna be Rena with the ungodly speed. Satoko, the trap artist. Rika, the siren. She's a siren. Yeah, that's actually good for her. It may be a long shot, but it'll be Maebara. However, right now I had no ear for these cheerful voices. Setting the stage for this huge match and then running away like that, I wasn't gonna forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her
逃
off.
げるなミオン。部長なら逃げるな。俺と戦え。
ごめんケイちゃん。私これからバイト。
Uh-huh. Uh-huh! Convenient. Convenient. Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits.
ケイイチくんがゲームしてる間にみーちゃんに電話があったの。残念だね。
せっかく暑くなってきたのについてないよ。おじさんの店でさ、特売にお客が殺到してるらしくてさ、レジが足りないから助けてって電話があったんだよ。
おじさんってなんだ、スーパーの店長でもやってんのか。
ささやかなお店だけどね。でもさ、 特売やれば主婦が殺到するの常識で読めないのかね。店員足りないのに卵1パックを一人様1点限り10円なんてやるな。
That's a deal. I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, almost exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right, club mode was over now, but it was really heated today. It was really fun. Damn, Mion, she really knows how to fire people up.
私こそ頭がジンジンしびれるくらい燃え上がったよ。特にケイちゃん怖かった。あの場で本当に噛み殺されるんじゃないかって思ったね。
お仕事だから仕方ないけど本当に残念だね。
Yeah, I'd be down for some omelets. That'd be a great club activity too. Just like, yo, who could eat the most omelets? Because I bet I could do real good at a who could eat the most omelets race. I would probably do very well.
この続き本当にやりたいですわね。いつがいいでございましょう。綿流しのお祭りでやるのなんていいですよ。
Yo, the Watanagashi Festival!
綿流し祭五強爆闘か。
Oh shit, we having another 5 demon firefight. You better believe it.
考えておくかな。
Right now, what were Rika-chan and Mion talking about? Watanagashi Festival. Cotton drifting? 5 demon what?
私週刊漫画みたいないい加減なノリ大好きなんだ。こんな痛快な部活が近いうちにまたできるといいね。
She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it is. Is he giving it to
今日は
us?
みんな本当にありがとう。おかげでイベントは大盛り上がりだったよ。大したものじゃないけど、これ今日のおだち。
Yo, sick. We get a present anyway.
あ、吉郎おじさん。私にはないの？おだちん。
あらあらあら、かわいいのが出てきましたわよ。
When Totoko and Rika-chan opened the bag, there was a cute little stuffed animals inside.
わあ、これかわいい。お持ち帰りしていいの？本当に？
ってことは俺のもかな。お、なんだかやたら可愛いのが出てきたぞ。
Yay, we got Yokiichi's got an adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you'd use to play house. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Rena's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Satoko was the same, and Rika-chan too.
ケイちゃんには一番似合わないのが出てきちゃったね。
Damn.
なんつうのか、プリティっていうかキュートっていうか可愛いのは認めるんだが、着せ替え人形はちょっとな。
A doll with changeable clothes. Come on, Keiichi, this is your ideal.
ケイちゃんが持ってたら確実に明日からアレな趣味の人扱いだね。
Mion didn't have to go that far. That wasn't something a guy like me should be carrying around. Mion was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering it, I gave it to Rena instead.
くれるの？レナに？ありがとう。
保身のためだよ。レナにあげないと夜道が怖い。
違いない違いない。
ミオンにあげようかと思ったけど、ちょっと違うよな。
Oof.
へへへへ、分かってるじゃない。私さ、どうして男に生まれなかったのかなって思う時あるよ。
Ooh.
女でよかったな。男だったらもうとっくに殺してる。
Damn, boy. You need to calm down.
今のうちに殺しといた方がいいよ。じゃないとケイちゃん死んで後悔することになるから。
Yeah, that was a really nice CG. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. Everybody laughed heartily around her.
来世では神様に男にしてもらえるように
God
頼むよ
damn, Keiichi.
俺も男にしてもらうから。
そしたらケイちゃんと組んで軽く全国制覇から始めようかね。
Man, Sean, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked at were having a lot of fun. So it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things.
じゃあね。今日は最高に楽しかった。またねみんな。明日学校で。
バイト遅刻すんなよ。
Yeah, weird, huh? Weird that they'd say things like that. Everybody waved their hands as we watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting and the breeze carried a hint of chill.
もうちょっと街で遊んでいく？それとも帰るかな？暗くなると道が怖いですよ。では引き上げ時ですわね。今日は本当にいっぱい騒ぎましたわ。
そうだな。よっしゃ、帰ろうぜ。
The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't really mind.
そうそう。レナさん圧勝でございましたわね。
Yeah, these are the same sprites we've been using. Like I switched over to these because they have the lip flap, but they're the same ones we were using when we made the switch to the mod on part 3 of Onikakushi.
レナがああなっちゃ悪いけど誰にも勝ち目はないな。
だってすごい可愛いカルタだったんだもの。ほら買っちゃったんだよ。はう。リカも相変わらずですわ。リカにかかれば男どもなんて赤子の手をひねるようなものですわね。楽勝だったのです。
どこまで計算づくでどこまでが天然。リカちゃんの行く末が実に怖いな。
Oh, nice, nice, nice. I was able to hold it together because I was reading a lot. So it was like, you know, you just kind of, you suck it up and soldier on and you're reading out loud. So I didn't have a lot of time to get all feelsy. But I was definitely feeling it. And again, like after I finished reading it, you get off of that stream and it's just like, it all starts hitting you at once.
さとこちゃんだってすごかったね。最後は大盛り上がりだったよ。褒められるようなゲームではありませんでしたよ。ケイチも最後はとうとう牙を剥きましたです。
まあな。俺は追い詰められてからが強い男なんだ。
富田さんたちなんだかすっごく応援してましたけど、何ですかしらね。
Yeah, what was that about? What was that about?
富田と岡村に何か約束してましたです。きっと内緒話なのですよ。内緒話。なんだろうね。
男には時に戦いを通じてしか語り合えないものがあるんだよ。
The Bronami Code. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how today was.
見てごらんなさいませ。夕日が綺麗でございますわよ。
Satoko, getting even more excited, pointed, waiting where her finger was an immense sunset, casting even longer shadows on us and our bikes. The cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. It was wholesome. That was very, very wholesome. That is a very damn good start. Like, that's a good way to start that chapter, to kind of, like, dive in. Like, they know you're already familiar, but then, like, throw you into some nice club activities. Who's Mion's uncle? We got a tip. We got tips! It's tip time. Let's view them tips. That's such a fantastic start. Yeah, like, they're good at getting you, like, all the way up to speed and, like, kind of reiterating things, but doing it in a way that's still fun and new and refreshing. So let's view the new tips. What do we got? Who's Mion's uncle? Bob's her uncle. Probably.
ごめん。今日はさ、急におじさんの店のバイトが入っちゃってさ。
なんだなんだ。じゃあ今日の部活はお流れってわけか。
Yeah, like they're very clearly cognizant of things that have already happened, and they're clearly acknowledging it. But but it's still very much like, that's not where we're at right now. Don't worry about it. And I like that. It's really cool because we're pulled back into this nice, warm part of the story again. Mion put her hands together as an apology and grinned.
そんなに部活がやりたかったら、おじさん抜きでやってもいいけど。部活ロッカーにゲームがいっぱい入ってるからさ。どれか適当に選んで。
The club locker was a trans-dimensional space from which Mion pulled games whenever we met for our club activities. I wondered how many freaking games could be stored in that locker. It was even smaller than the one with the cleaning supplies in it. Besides those games, it was a cornucopia of suspicious objects, costumes for punishment games. If you lined them all up on the floor in order to sort them out, it would definitely fill the entire classroom.
やめとく。俺がいじったらロッカーの中身がドサドサって溢れてきそうな気がするよ。
そうだね。素人は手を出さない方が無難かもしれない。
Mion gave a hearty laugh, implying the only one who could do so was the club president.
みー、先生が体育倉庫の鍵を探してますですよ。心当たりはありませんですか？
あれ？私職員室に返せなかったっけ？
Mion said, feeling about in her pocket. Judging by her expression, she must have planned on returning it, but was still in her pocket.
ほら、やっぱりミオンさんですのよ。私、絶対そうだと確信してたでございますわ。僕も大正解なのですよ。さとこと一緒に大正解なのです。
Giggling, Satoko and Rika-chan clapped their hands together in celebration.
やかましい。
Oh, damn! She just put children through tables. Shit! Mion elbowed Satoko and Rika on their heads. And then headed for the teacher's
あ、
lounge.
そうだ。二人とも聞いたか。今日はミオンバイトがあるから部活はお休みだとさ。
あら、そうなんですの？それはつまらないでございますわね。みー。
The two of them made disappointed faces. Whenever anyone said Mion's club was always the number one thing I looked forward to when going to school. It wasn't hard to agree. It wasn't hard to agree with their melancholic expressions after hearing it wouldn't be happening
ミオンって
today.
バイトをやってるんだよな。あいつ一体何のバイトをしてるんだ？
Whenever Mion canceled club, it was usually because of her job. However, it also didn't seem like she went there every day. She would go 2 or 3 days in a row and then not at all for a while. It sounded like a pretty damn random part-time job.
別に決まったお店でお勤めをしてるわけではないのです。
決まってないってことは、じゃあ日雇いってことなのか？
Mion wearing socks and a helmet, sweating to death at a factory? I couldn't imagine such a thing.
ミオンさんはおじさんの店にお休みが出たりすると応援に駆けつける便利屋さんなんだそうですわ。
ああ、なるほどな。そういえばおじさんのとこでバイトなんて話、前にも聞いたことがあるような気がする。
お店を持ってるおじさんがいっぱいいるので、ミーは引っ張りだこなのです。
She has a lot of uncles who own shops. A lot of them?
あら、ケイイチさんはご存知ありませんの？沖宮には ミオンさんの親戚の方がやってるお店って結構いっぱいありますのよ。
へえ、それは知らなかった。
Socks and a helmet, Raven. Socks and a helmet. Dun, dun.
そんなにいろいろあるのか？
ええ、パン屋さんとか八百屋さんとかラーメン屋さんとか、他にもまだまだ。
Yeah, like girl gets around. She got some jobs. People like she's putting it all back.
あの部活をやったおもちゃ屋さんもそうなんですのよ。
I was dumbfounded. That's
ミオンの一
amazing.
族って何気に詳細があるんじゃないのか？それだけいろいろあるってのもなんだかすごいよな。
他にも金融業とか不動産業とかアパレル産業とか
God damn!
産業とかいろいろやってると言ってますです。
I got a feeling Mion probably helps out at those as well. Just a feeling. She strikes me as the kind of person that would break a few kneecaps over some missing dollars. Okay, a couple of weird things come up that time, but still, I could tell it was pretty
あい
extensive.
つに物を借りると妙に返却期限にうるさいのは金融業者さんの血が流れてるからか。納得納得。
This old man's gotta bust your kneecaps.
ミーに100億長者ゲームを借りたことをコロリと忘れてしまったら、リアルで100億長者ゲームをプレイさせた
God
と
damn!
すぐまれましたのです。
Rika-chan said Rika-chan being sold into the entertainment industry to pay off her debts? Aw, crap. My nose bleed.
リアルに100億長者ゲームをプレイなんてなかなかに愉快そうですわね。
Huh? She doesn't really get it, does she? Recently, she seemed so unspoiled. Rika-chan and I gave her a pat on the head.
なぜ撫でられるんですの？
Innocent trash child.
さとこはいい子さんですから、なでなでなのです。
Rika is a good liar. Satoko was lost in confusion, but she seemed to understand she was being made fun of. Oh my god. John, this story's so wholesome. God. Alright. I think I'm actually going to call it there for tonight. I think we're going to just try to do one chapter for a bit. Feeling a little stressed out on the surgery site, so I don't want to push it. So, we'll be back tomorrow night. We're going to do another chapter. We're gonna say we're going to do one chapter for a bit. Those usually last about an hour and a half anyway, so... I want to thank everybody, of course, for coming out, for being very generous with the bits, subs. Did I catch up on all the Nipas? Did anybody not get a Nipa?